Welcome to the Community Guru podcast. My name is Vidal. Today we have special guest Donald Green, community engagements strategist for EA Sports NBA Live. How are you doing today?
I'm chilling, man. How you been, man?
Good, good, good. So first off, congratulations on the launch of NBA Live 19.
No doubt. Appreciate that. Appreciate that,
Yes.
man.
When you guys were making the game, were there any challenges you guys had to go through to make this game?
From my standpoint, yeah, of course. You know, what I mean, we strategize and plan for the campaign. To try to build the hype and anticipation for it when it releases. So there's always challenges in terms of you know promoting the game and making sure that we promote it in the right way.
Yeah.
I can't really speak for the dev team. I do work alongside with them, but I'm sure that they had their challenges along the way as well. But it's always, or you're always gonna be faced with that.
Yeah, and the game came out amazing. I love playing it.
Well, I appreciate that. Appreciate that, man. Yeah,
Yep,
it's a lot of fun.
yep. And you're one of the hardest workers that I've seen out in the
I appreciate that,
community.
man.
Can you explain what your mentality is when working on a new title?
Um, I think if anything, my mentality or the way that I go at it is try to be as authentic as possible.
Yeah,
With NBA Live, we have the streets is a really big piece of the game, and having the Dykeman, Rucker Park, Sheriff Shore, all of those real authentic courts that have like history to them, and all these historic players that played on them. It's really key for me to try to work with people that are actually doing that. So this year, we went out and I created relationships with guys like Filet,
yeah,
Bone Collector, Tristan, Professor, Marcellus Howard.
mm,
There's a lot of guys that we created relationships with that were key for me in terms of just promoting the game and also just integrating. As you saw early, like I think about a day or two ago, we announced some new mocap
yeah,
that we did with those guys. So that stuff is like key because those guys actually do it in real life, and we want to try to bring that to the streets. So
yeah,
like that's a challenge, and focusing on trying to do things like that is really what motivates me. And like I
mm,
said, just trying to be authentic to the game and to what actually happens in real life.
yeah. And I think you guys really nailed that. You can really tell that the game has some very good similarities to what it is in the real life.
Yeah, appreciate that, man.
Yep. And when you guys launched the game, did you guys believe that did you expect that it would have such like a positive reach? Because all over Twitter, what I was seeing, it was just everyone was like from what I was seeing, they were really complimenting the game and they really enjoyed it.
Mhm.
Did you guys believe that it would like it would reach those expectations for those people?
Inside internally, yes. What I mean, we love the game. We play the game a lot, especially Dev Squad. They always having like daily head-to-head matches. That where they testing on the online servers.
Mm.
So it's like it's definitely one of those sense of pride that when the game came out, we thought we would get that type of reaction.
Yeah.
It's a blessing. You know what I mean? Because it's for the hard work that these guys spend on it, for the core to receive it the way they have, it definitely is a blessing. On top of the fact that we were also trying to be open about stuff. We opened the Reddit,
Yeah.
Reddit channels, and we're getting actually like really really good constructive feedback,
Yes.
and I think that helps too when it comes to people being excited about the game. So they
Yeah.
know we're actually going to do things that folks actually want.
Mm. Yeah, because like with the
Mhm.
Reddit channels, I think that was actually a really good idea because I've gone on there a few times and I've seen a lot of people give their feedback on the game, and it's really
Yeah,
cool
no
to see
doubt.
that. Yeah,
Yeah, man. I see you out there. I see you doing some stuff too.
yeah, I appreciate it,
Yeah,
appreciate it.
yeah,
So this year, you guys did something pretty historic. You guys allowed the creation of women in the game, and they
yeah.
had a bigger role. Could you explain the process of having that happen and once the announcement made?
I think it was always planned. You know what I mean? Because it's something that we when we did the WNBA announcement in 18,
Mm,
we wanted to definitely take it a step further
yeah,
and allow women to get on the game and actually create themselves. Man, that's awesome.
Yeah.
My girl, she's already had her face scan and everything, so
Yeah.
she
That's
got a
cool.
player. She got a little the glove icon class. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, so it's just really cool that your girlfriend, your daughter, your niece, all of those folks that have been excluded for so long, can now create themselves and play actually right next to you or against you, and
Yeah.
that's pretty dope.
Yeah. Because
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
seen.
So it was big.
Yeah, because I've seen now a lot of like girl gamers actually get into NBA Live, and they're starting to
Hmm.
become more involved in the community and stuff like that. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta do some reaching out now. You know what I mean? Because I've been
Yeah.
looking for a while, and I know a lot of the game wasn't out yet, and
Yeah.
people couldn't create themselves. So, uh, yeah, yeah, definitely, man. I love the fact that we're getting that type of support.
Yeah. That's cool. One big thing I also want to talk about. I remember this date specifically on July 18th. A few days before that, I remember asking you for advice on life, growing in the community, and working hard.
Hmm.
And one of the things that really stuck with me is you said, always work on your craft, even if that's for just 15 minutes a day. That
Hmm.
and that was like that actually really hit me when I read that, because that's something I see that you do. You're always like working on what you're doing and
Hmm.
building NBA Live, and you guys are constrict really improving every year, and that's something that's really a key to becoming successful. And I
Yeah,
like how you guys, like, you really believe what you're saying and you're actually doing that, and it's really
yeah,
showing.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely a way to be able to bring back a brand is to show and prove on top of not over promising and setting expectations.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, you already know we always talk offline,
Mm-hmm.
and you're doing some big things yourself. You keep
Appreciate
doing
it.
what you do, with the blogs and the
Yeah.
and the, and the editorials and the write ups, the interviews, everything's
Yeah.
dope, man. So
Thank
I
you.
really appreciate your support, man. Dev team loves you too.
I appreciate that. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, no doubt.
Yeah. What do you personally enjoy most about the NBA Live community itself?
Let me see, man. That's tough. That's tough because sometimes they rough on me. But
Yeah.
the thing I love the most probably is just the honesty,
Mm-hmm.
and the transparency in terms of understanding where the product is at this moment in time.
Yeah.
Um, the one is a really really good mode. It travels throughout a lot of different modes, and you can bring your player throughout that. People know that that's a great mode, and they know that we're actually building on it.
Yeah.
So expectations aren't too high to where people are being rude and thinking about things that may take 2 years
Mm-hmm.
should happen right now. And
Yeah.
that's a good thing that I think comes from our community is that everybody's honest. They're also intelligent about their perspective on the dev cycle and what we can and can't accomplish. And yeah, it's just that's probably the most appreciative. Sometimes it comes off rough,
Yeah.
but it's always honest.
Yeah. And I really want to talk about the customization in the game. So, like, the clothing and the kicks in the game is like on
Mhm.
another level. Because last year you guys really
Appreciate it.
introduced that with like Babe and Off White and stuff.
Hmm.
And can you like explain how like the accessories have like improved and what it really means to the game? Because most NBA players, you've even heard them say it, that if you feel good, you play good, or if you look good, you play
Hmm.
good. So that's like
Yeah.
style's a real thing, and you guys really brought that to life in NBA Live 19.
Yeah, I think it's something to say about being able to play and earn what you get instead of just going out there and buying it.
Mm-hmm.
There's a grind to and an appreciation when you brag about when you see a guy when you load into the lobby who has the top three on the top three Jordans. You're like, okay, this dude's been grinding a little bit. He's on live run doing his thing. Compared to just a guy that's going out and getting it.
Yeah,
I think the items are really cool. Like I said, what you said earlier, introducing Vape and Undefeated and Pink Dolphin was
yeah,
a really plus for us. We got a lot of in store this year, man. We're already
yeah,
doing a lot of canvas stuff this year since you got the
mm-hmm.
creator courts.
Yeah,
We introduced Matt Steves this weekend. Right now, you can still go get some abstract
mm-hmm.
sketches and designs and logos for your court. We're also doing those creator challenges. You
Mm-hmm.
can go get famous lows. You was able to get Fung Bros. We announced that we're going to have Tristan and all those guys in the game, so they'll be coming later on.
Yeah,
So it's gonna be dope, man. Items are gonna be crazy this year. Trust me, I've seen some really, really, really dope stuff,
yeah.
and it's
So there's always more coming
it's
soon.
a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt.
So you personally, yeah, you work on the game, but when you're like off work, what do you enjoy playing in the game or like the most? Like, what do you do in NBA Live 19?
Right now, I just had a kid like 10 weeks ago, so I
Yeah.
have a little baby boy. So, a lot of my
Congratulations.
time, yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
A lot of my time is, really quick, and I still like to be competitive,
Mm.
and I can't really get on live run as much,
Yeah.
so I do a lot of court battles. Court
Yeah.
battles is what I do. It's still competitive where I can still take over people's courts and try to dominate in that way, and go back to work and talk some mess.
Yeah.
But it's at the same time, it's still on my own time, so I can spend an hour or 30 minutes or 15 if I can.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's nice.
Mhm.
We've talked a lot about the community in this interview, but I got one more for you. In the community question, has
Mhm.
being a part of the community like changed your life in any way, or changed how you view things?
Yeah, man, it changed my life and drastically. I was a part of the Game Changer program.
Mm-hmm.
People don't know that. I was doing the NCAA and Madden, and doing live on the side whenever I could.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So from coming from the Game Changer program, working with the company back in 2012 on Madden 13,
Yeah.
being a dev, working on as a designer, really helped me understand just the dev cycle and understand what can and can't be done, and understand what when I request something, what is needed for that request.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, it's definitely changed my life in a lot of ways. The way I think, the way I work, the way that I approach everything. So yeah, definitely NBA Live community and being involved in it has definitely changed a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. And so you mentioned how you guys have like a bunch of celebrities and figures, famous figures from like the NBA world, like Famous Los and
Hmm.
Marcellus.
Hmm.
How has like getting adding them a part of the game maybe change the game in a way, or like change the way people view the game? Because a lot of people that they've seen that they're getting a bunch of creators into the game, they're like, this is something really cool and something that they
Hmm.
should hop on.
Yeah, so this is so last year it started last year where we introduced a lot of YouTube celebrities
Mm-hmm.
to the game, and we got a little bit of an impartial feedback. We got everybody. Some people were hyped, some people
Yeah.
weren't. A lot of it was about authenticity. So people were upset that we were going and getting YouTubers that didn't necessarily play the game,
Mm-hmm.
but we were really just trying to go after big YouTubers.
Mm-hmm.
So this year, like I said, it was really important for me and others to create relationships with street ballers that actually
Yeah.
do things in the Dykeman, that actually go to the Rucker, that actually go to the Drew and
Yeah.
dog people out. So having Filet and Marcellus and all these guys be a part of it, and Bone Collector, what I mean,
Yeah.
all these guys be a part of it is really key to I think getting that reaction out of people that you want in terms of live events. So, like, say for instance, I'm a fan of the game as well. I'm a fan of basketball.
Yeah.
So I may not know certain YouTubers and get hyped for them, but I dang sure know Professor. I
Yeah.
dang sure know Bone Collector, Filet, Famous Lowe's. So I would love to jump on there
Yeah.
and ball against them. And let me include Brittany in there too, man.
Mm.
She
Oh
shout out to
yeah.
the
Yeah.
female influencers. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So that's really cool because I feel like
Hmm.
that brings like a real effect of street ball to the game, and it really makes the game more authentic.
Yeah, no
Uh,
doubt.
After the launch, and after all that's been said, and people have had time to play the game, is there a message that you would like to give out to the community, like about the game, or maybe like a little bit of the future of NBA Live or something like that?
We're always listening.
Yeah.
We're always working really hard to try to do exactly what you want. You
Mm-hmm.
know, we may not be able to do everything right away, but we're definitely paying attention to everything that's going on and everything everybody's saying. So that's important to us, and I know that's important to y'all. And we're just continuing to do really really dope stuff. I mean, just stick with us, man. The game just came out in September.
Yeah.
We got a lot of dope stuff coming out. I've seen a lot of it. I'm planning for a lot of it, and
Yeah.
it's really really exciting to see. Like just I already know, man, y'all gonna love a lot of this stuff that's gonna be coming out.
Yeah.
So yeah, just stick with us.